launched a 3008 hybrid Ford here in Brittany. I'm standing outside a hotel and I'm just about to set off for driving it in the actual car, so it should be a good morning. Let's see how we get on with this new technology of hybrid versus kind of standard diesel engine. Hiya, gotta go. Welcome to the Peugeot 3008 Hybrid 4. Don't know what the 4 means, but it's a hybrid. Now, get it out of your mind. Forget hybrid and think diesel. Because out the front of me is a 2-litre diesel. In the rear is a full electric engine. The electric engine runs the rear wheels. The diesel engine runs the front wheels. And so you are in a 4-wheel drive that's sometimes a 2 front-wheel drive and sometimes is a rear-wheel drive. Just depends on what's happening. Right now, I'm parked. And that gives me a chance to have a look at some of the stuff. I have a little knob down here that allows me to go from auto, which means the car kind of makes up its mind what it's going to be. I have sport, which gives you the combination of the 2 engines to give you a boost. I have ZEV, and ZEV is all electric. Okay, up to, I think it's 70 kilometers an hour. And I have 4-wheel drive, so you can actually put this into 4-wheel drive and make it go. Now I also have a flappy paddle box here in front of me, which allows me to put this into manual, and I can select my own gears. So they've gone mental with the amount of things that are actually in it. Also, the diesel engine just cut in because we're parked, and I'm running the air conditioning because outside it's like 20-something degrees. It's really hot out there. Anyway, forget that. Let's move and drive, right? So I have a normal gear stick, well, automatic box. I have reverse, neutral, automatic and manual on that box. And here I have auto, sport, 4-wheel drive and ZEV. ZEV is all electric. Right. I'm on the wrong side of the car in some part of Brittany, but here we go. Now, I'm a big fan of the normal 3008. I think it's a fabulous car. It's a really, really smart car. Really cute. Incredible floating floor in the boot and all sorts of things you can mess with. It's a very, very good car. And basically what Peugeot has done is to stick an electric engine on the back axle. They've taken the axle and the suspension unit from a Peugeot 508 and put it in the back and attached an electric engine to it, which is very smart because it makes the car, it means it's sitting on the rear axle. Now that means that in the very near future, and I'm talking next year, there'll be a Peugeot 508 hybrid, an RHX hybrid, which is to be released. The actual car still has to be released. You'll also have, well, you'll have a lot of stuff, to be honest with you, just coming out from Peugeot. It's all to be launched next year. A lot of hybrid stuff is going to come out of there. Now, the fact that it's a diesel hybrid, think about that for a second. It's a proper 2-litre diesel engine out in front. Now, the HDI unit is already pretty good at fuel economy. So you can imagine now, I'm running in hybrid mode at the moment. I'm in the town here and I'm going down the hill and I'm recharging my battery by decelerating. I'm using the electric engine to shuttle me forward. So I'm going right through the middle of the town here, as you can see, and I'm doing 30 kilometers an hour. Just tootling down the front promenade, that's what you call it. French people have this inane habit. She doesn't hear me. That's what's wrong. I was going to say French people have this terrible habit of walking out in front of me, but it's because you can't hear me. Now, yesterday we took it for a full run, and I'm talking about a full run. We went off-road in it, in 4-wheel drive, and it works. Obviously, it's a road car primarily with road tyres on it, but it is actually a 4-wheel drive, which means on ice, in snow, for instance, you will be able to stick the 4-wheel drive on and get where you want to go. Now, when you put your foot down, both engines cut in, and you get 200 brake horsepower, seemingly. It never really feels that urgent. It never really feels 200 brake horsepower, but it does feel pretty sporty, I have to say. There's definitely more horsepower than you get from a normal 2-litre HDI engine. So I have these modes here as well. I have auto, which I'm currently in, and that means the car makes up its mind as to how hard I'm accelerating and decides whether it's going to be an electric or it's going to be a diesel, and at the moment it's completely electric. Then I have sport. Oh, that's 4-wheel drive. Sport, which turns on, well, everything. Oh, yeah, that's a bit much for this hour of the morning. Then I have ZEV. Now I have to be going slow to put in ZEV. That's four-wheel drive. Ooh, ZEV, there we go. Now ZEV puts this into an all-electric car. And that means I can tootle around this town here just like an electric car. Just normally. Just take my foot off the accelerator, put it on, take it off. It's I'm recharging the battery now because I'm braking to let people cross the road. Hello. Bye-bye. Now the problem is, for me right now, is that no one can hear me coming. And people walk out in front of me. I've noticed that here quite a bit. I thought just the French were being pedantic or something. Just, you know, it's my street and it's my town, I'm going to walk out in front of you. They weren't. They just didn't hear me coming. Now remember, I still have a 2-litre 163 brake horsepower engine under the bonnet as well. And it's not a little petrol thing. This isn't a little gas guzzling petrol. This is a normal diesel engine. And this car weighs about 140 kilos heavier than the normal 3008. That's all. It's like having a kind of fat person in the back. Now, a good question this morning. The diesel particulate filter that is in this, and remember that Peugeot invented the DPF, okay? They say there won't be a DPF problem because they've lowered the temperature at which there's an additive that they've put in to lower the temperature that the soot burns at. So it burns at about 100 degrees Celsius less than it needs to in a normal diesel. That's what I'm hearing from Peugeot, folks. I'm quoting on that one. That's a technical one. We'll go back to stupidity now. So, okay, I'm on the wrong side of the road. I'm on the wrong side of the car, and it feels good. It actually feels very good. It's a very stable car to have driving around in. There's no motorway around here, so well, there is, but a long way from here. So I'm really just tootling is what I'm actually doing at the moment, is just tootling around, and it's absolutely lovely. The car itself is lovely. I'm so impressed with what Peugeot has done. They've made a proper Swiss Army knife of a car, right? Why do I say that? Because this is a four-wheel drive. This is a hybrid. This is a diesel. It's everything. I'm on electric engines. The one over the back wheels is electric. And when I go into sport, oh, there's a diesel. Whoa! Okay, that's now I'm using 200 brake horsepower and seemingly about 450 odd newton meters of torque, and it actually feels a bit like that. I wouldn't say it's going to end the world, but it's when you're tootling around in a little electric hybrid one second, and the next second you put your foot down, your face is getting peeled off. It's kind of funny. So this is at cruise. Now I'm doing just up on, there's a quiet now, so quiet. I'm doing 80 kilometers an hour or so. Don't pull out in front of me, thank you. And at cruise, this car is so quiet. Wow, that sun is bright. Sorry. This car is so quiet when you're just cruising. It's absolutely lovely. It really is a lovely car to just cruise along in. And right now I'm charging the batteries. Oh, that's good. We'll go this way because I don't know where I am. And go! Sport mode! Whoa! Plenty of power. The gearbox seems a bit dumb as to what gear it's going to pick. But now, these are pre-production models that I'm actually in, so this is kind of a prototype. And they say that the software has to be updated that runs the gearbox and runs some of the technical equipment around the car as well.
The 3008 Hybrid 4 will be in the showrooms next year, and although the prices have still to be announced, I still think it's going to be a great leap forward for hybrid motoring. You can expect a full test in the near future.